always said when I got pregnant, I was going to be one of those fit, pregnant women. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I am back with another pregnancy update. If you haven't seen my previous videos, my husband and I are expecting our first child. I am currently today 9 weeks, and a lot has happened in the last couple of weeks, so I'm excited to share that with you, and just a little bit of what's been going on. If you haven't seen my previous videos, I will link those below. But moving on to weeks 7 and 8. So this is a week 7 and 8 update. I got a little off track earlier, but in week 6, we had a scare. I was having terrible cramping, awful abdominal pain, and ended up going to the doctor, sort of an emergency thing. I had to run to the where my OB is one night to get blood work so that she could see me the next morning, and everything turned out fine. So that made me very happy, and we are now, like I said, 9 weeks, but I'm going to go over weeks 7 and weeks 8. So 7 to 8 and 8 to 9, basically. After I went to the doctor, she had actually suggested that I get on a stool softener. So Colace, I should say, if any of my coworkers are watching this, just don't. It might be a little TMI. I'd just rather you not watch this. But it's interesting how it's okay to share this info with strangers, but not other people. But anyway, that has helped my abdominal pain immensely. Like, I still have some abdominal pain and some cramping, but now it's more normal, what you would expect when you read some of the pregnancy books and whatnot. So that has made a world of difference for me, not having that severe pain and just waiting for it to come. You know, I was just all day long and all night, I'm just like waiting for it. I was afraid to move too much. I was afraid I was gonna like kickstart it. It was awful. But so that stopped. However, I was still having awful morning sickness. I'll start with week 7 and how I felt physically. Awful morning sickness through week 7 still. So I really was only able to calm that a little bit by basically eating something every few hours. It definitely coincided with my stomach being empty, which is, you know, what you read, and that's for sure how it presented with me. I was really worried about my job because I do work in the office some, and then I work out in the field some, and I have to eat every hour, every 2 hours. Sometimes we're in situations where that's just not an option, but I haven't been in that situation yet. I have been able to make sure and snack throughout the day to help curb my morning sickness. And it's not morning still, it's throughout the entire day. It comes and goes, basically with my stomach being empty. This is what I feel like. And it is awful. It is legit. It is terrible. You feel nauseous to the point of throwing up basically constantly. And then you don't want to eat because you're nauseous, but you need to eat because that will fix it. So, or at least will help it subside just a little bit. So it's like it's a catch-22. It's a double-edged sword. But so week 7, terrible morning sickness, all day sickness, night sickness. Then going into week 8, it started to subside. I started to feel better. And I then started wondering if something wasn't wrong, because, you know, I shouldn't be feeling good. I shouldn't be feeling like myself. Everything I've read says that if you do experience morning sickness, you will probably experience it a little bit into the into the second trimester before you start to feel better. So I was a little bit worried, but we had our 8-week appointment, and you know, everything checked out fine. We got to see little baby, got to see the heartbeat again, and everything's fine. Baby is right on track with its growth and everything based on like the conception or my last period. So that made me feel good, and you know, they said take it while you can get it and appreciate the days that you feel good, because it will probably come back. And they were right, because I felt really decent as far as morning sickness goes throughout week 8 until actually last night, which was the last day of my 8th week. And I was really nauseous and kind of pukey for sure, and like belchy, and just my stomach wasn't feeling great. And because I had been getting a little cocky, you know, like, oh, you know, I don't have to eat constantly now, and feeling a little bit better, so doing a little bit more, which is another thing I will talk about, overdoing it and activity level. So like today, I feel really good. I've had just a few bouts of nausea, but nothing like weeks 4 through 8. Nothing like weeks 4 through 8. I had a month of hell, basically. All right, so moving on from morning sickness or nausea, the amount of fatigue that I am feeling is also legit and like real. I have also been feeling a little bit better in these 2 weeks, week 7 and week 8, compared to you know, the previous 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. So that's definitely welcomed, but still I get very tired, but it's not as bad, so I'm thankful for that. I don't have as much trouble at work. Before, I was having trouble staying awake at work. Like, I just wanted to lay my head down, and I couldn't focus and concentrate. Just so tired and so sick, and but it has been a little bit better, but it's still pretty significant. So when I overdo it, I would say, like, compared to before I was pregnant, this is even close to overdoing it at all. But now when I overdo it, that's when I get really tired and I start to feel sick. So try not to do that too much, but by the time I get done with work, I just want to go home, and the first thing I do is sit on the couch and like lay back, rest my back, and take like a 15-20 minute power nap before it's time to get up and start supper and everything. But I feel really bad because I feel like I'm neglecting, my family and friends, because they don't know, but I'm just so tired. I literally just can't do anything else. And luckily my husband's been really great and has been doing everything. And now that I've been feeling a little bit better, I've been trying to do some more, but still, like I said, when I overdo it, then I just go straight downhill. So then let's talk about food and cravings and whatnot. I really haven't had any cravings still before, and even now in these 2 weeks, now that I'm a little further along, I haven't had any cravings per se, but my appetite is completely different, especially when I am not feeling the greatest. My stomach isn't feeling the greatest and experiencing nausea and morning sickness. My tastes are not anything like what they were prior to pregnancy. I used to eat a salad every day for lunch, and vegetables every day for lunch and snacks. No, I cannot do vegetables. Even the thought of salad just makes my stomach turn. It's not an option right now. I did eat some carrots the other day, and those went down fine, so I'm just trying to incorporate those into my diet. I can eat fruit, however. Fruit's good. Just vegetables, no. I'm having some issues with meat sometimes. I think I ate too much chicken, and now I really can't eat any chicken unless it's like breaded, I think is okay. It doesn't make my stomach turn. But I haven't really had any cravings or food aversions, let me say. It's just I can't eat something more than a few times, and then I gotta go on to something else. So I guess my food aversion is I'm getting sick of it very quickly, and then I need something else. So, I was eating chicken there for a little bit. Now I'm done with that, on to something else. I've kind of went through a cereal kick, definitely went through a fruit kick. So a granola bar kick, peanut butter and jelly kick, potato chips kick. I never eat potato chips, like ever. I've really been wanting like bologna and hot dogs lately. I mean, anything and everything basically that's not healthy, and that is not my norm whatsoever. And it's really frustrating because obviously this is the most important time to be eating healthy, but I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best, and I think that maybe I'm over the hump, and I'm trying not to be too cocky about it, but maybe I'm over the hump, and I will start to get some of my old tastes back. I hope so. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was exercise and like activity. So I had always said when I got pregnant, if I was lucky enough to get pregnant, I was going to be one of those fit pregnant women. Okay. And I still aspire to be that, but the struggle is real. Like, I can't even get through a work day and like cook supper, let alone get through a work day and do a 30-minute workout. You know what I mean? Like, I have zero energy left to do anything except what I absolutely have to do. So if any of you work outside the home and have these issues too, I would love for you to comment below, because a lot of the videos I watch on YouTube are from girls that work from home, and they can just lay down and take a nap if they want to, or they can, rest, and that's not the case when you work a 9 to 5 out of the home. So let me know if anyone else watching these videos that is pregnant or has been pregnant in the past has struggled with that, and if they have any tips or tricks, I'd love to hear them. But I went for a 3/4 of a mile run one time. I had a boost of energy after work. That's it. I did actually work outside of the office one day, which, is being active, a lot more active than sitting at your desk. And that went pretty well. I did get pretty exhausted by the end of the day. So I'm hoping that the weather's turning nice now. I'm hoping to be over the hump and start to get a little more active and fit, like I had always said that I was going to, and what I aspire to be. So, I'm going to show a picture. So we did have our 8-week appointment, and it was the new OB appointment where we went through a million questions, and we got a photo. Let me find a good one here. Here is little baby in my belly. We're so excited. We are just ecstatic. My husband is for sure, it's a girl. He just has a sixth sense about it. I think that he may be right. I went through a couple old wives' tales, and I know this early on is probably not the best time to look at those, but a lot of them did say girl. So we'll see. anything that's healthy is going to make us happy. So let me move back and show you my baby bump for 7 and 8 weeks, which is not really a bump, just a little bit of bloat, but regardless, I'll show you. All right, so here is my baby bump. At this point, it is baby bloat. That is for sure. Look at that. It's just all bloat. I can't wait until it's actually baby instead of just all bloat and of course can't wait until there's a little bit of baby instead of just all bloat, but there it is. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons so you can follow my journey with me, and I would love to meet some other expecting moms or other parents that have any awesome tips and tricks that they want to share with a newly pregnant woman. And I will see you in the next update video. And don't forget, follow me on Instagram at Narissa Nicole with a K, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.